Hey, Shalom Markins, Rakam Bakapash from James London, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Chachadash. When I give double honors unto the elders, the apostles of GMS, and Shalom out there to the hopeful that expression is truth and all sincerity. Yeah, back again with another video. And I just want to open up with this scripture, man. You know, it's Psalms 37, verse 7. And it says here, rest in the Lord and wait patiently for him. Fret not thyself because of him who prosper in his way, because of the man who bringeth wicked devices to pass, right? And so I read this because today is the another anniversary of the 9/11 attacks. September 11th today, and you know also the world will be thinking about this and talking about this and whatever, man. But we know what really was taking place that day. you know these the elites of Esau, you know, and their agenda, okay, was being forwarded, from from these like events. All right. And the time we're living in right now, we're just, we could be just one more, major event away from the MOTB to, be introduced. I know we keep saying it, but it's true. It's, we are just one event away. Okay. And which event that will be, we all have to wait and see. But literally things can change overnight, just like it did, when 9/11 occurred. And any of these events that Esau brings, you know, brings to pass, right, could lead us into that time and that moment where the MOTB is being implemented in the earth, man. Like I said, there's been a few events that have happened since 9/11, big things, global things, okay, i.e., we just come out of the pandemic, right? And it looks like, we're due to head into another one, this winter. So we see how that plays out and what Esau um, brings out during that one, right? But literally, if it comes this winter, and Esau's already laid the groundwork from the last one, for the MOTB to be introduced. Okay, with the whole, with all the world's economies all fucked up and shit, right? The groundwork's there to bring in this, man. Okay, because we know it's just a matter of time, and we just, we sit here patiently, we watch, we wait, right, to see what's going to be the hair that broke the camel's back, and so we patiently wait for that day. But what we do know is that it's coming, and it could be any of these things that take place on the earth, man. That's why we always got to be ready. We always got to be ready, man. We can't be, you can't just, sit back and, not feel like, it's time to be urgent. We have to always be ready, because literally any of these moments could be it. So I'm gonna read this again. So Psalms 37, verse 7: rest in the Lord and wait patiently. Okay, we're asked to wait patiently, but we're asked to wait, right? So waiting, you're still alert. You're not asleep. You're waiting. You're up. You're awake. And should you say we don't sleep as others do? Okay, we're not, being tricked into a false sense of security, just because, it didn't happen this time or didn't happen that time. Our faith is not getting um, trampled on because it's still fulfilling prophecy, But other people may take things for granted. Oh, it's always going on, and, find some reason or excuse, not to be alert, so they can just, jack off, man, you know, play a fool, you know. So it says, wait patiently for him. Fret not thyself because of him who prosper in his way, right? Because Esau is prospering in his agenda. Everything's going the way he wants it to go. Contrary to popular belief, people want to, believe that the way the world is right now is like, oh, not what they want. It's like some disaster that's going on, right? But it's not. It's orchestrated. The way the world is right now is exactly how the elites want it, right? Esau wants to establish chaos in the earth, man, so he can restore order in his new world, right? Order abkeo. So this is exactly what he wants. That's why he thinks everything's going according to his plan, okay? But that's not really what's happening out here. Okay, what's really happening is that the will of the Lord's plan. The will of the Lord is what's, prospering. Okay, everything's going according to his plan, not Esau's, right? So Esau's gonna find that this opportunity is gonna run away from him, right? He hasn't got complete control over it, or any control of it for that matter, for that matter, right? It's gonna run away from him, and he's gonna be ensnared by his own devices, right? So it says, "Fret not thyself because of him who prosper in his way." So we're not concerned of what he's planning and what he's doing, what he's got next in store, right? Because like I said, he's not really in control of it, right? It's the Most High that's in control of it. All right, so we trust in the Heavenly Father that in those days that Yahweh Shai are going to protect the men of the Lord, the elect, from all these evils that are going to come into the world, man. All right. So because of the man who bringeth wicked devices to pass, right? And Esau is in that position to do that. Okay, he's been the one chosen to bring these things to pass. Okay, to bring this evil into the world. All right. So I just want to read a little bit of this article here, right? Because this is all it takes. One global. This happened on American soil, but this changed the world globally, and how things were being done. Right, same way with the pandemic, it changed the way things were being done. Allowed new technologies and infrastructure to be put in place, new laws and regulations to be put in place. We got world organization bodies, trying to gaining more power, more influence, more control over nations and what they do under certain circumstances and stuff like that. Like a form of martial law. It just, they can take over governments and stuff like that and put rules and measures in, man. Okay, we're seeing all these things happen. We know Esau wants to affect the world on a global scale. That's why these global events, they matter. They have a massive impact in this world, man. And it's all for the wicked devices of Esau, to fulfill his agendas, man. All right, to create his NWO, to get everybody taking the MOTB, right? So he can enslave everybody, right? So that's what these events do, right? And like I said, this was no different. Okay, it just set the groundwork for the next thing to come about, So yeah, this is from Sky History. It says 5 ways 9/11 changed the world, right? And I'm not gonna read the beginning part. It's just outlining what happened. Everyone knows what happened, Well, everyone thinks they know what's happened, right? But yeah, some planes hit a couple buildings, right? And then off the back of that, America went to war, with this whole war on terror business. And America's been at war ever since, just fighting in everybody's backyard. Just going around the world, just, blowing people up and shit, for one reason or another. Whatever excuse they got, they haven't left, fighting people, you know. So, America's right to war was enabled just to go war with anybody and everybody, you know, based on the smallest of things, or nothing a lot of the time, right? So yeah, they were out there fighting the Taliban or whatever. Yeah, Saddam got invaded. Gaddafi got liberated from his body, right? The death, right? Yeah, but these are the things I wanted to concentrate mostly on, right? The human, not the human, the privacy side of things, the freedoms of people, the liberties of people being restricted, right? Because that's an important thing, all right? that Esau was going to, use against the people and, and take away their freedoms, right? So just on this point, airport security changed forever. So pre-9/11, airport travel was much quicker, less stressful affair. However, it was also clearly more dangerous as the Al-Qaeda terrorists demonstrated how easy it was to take crew weapons on board a plane and hijack the cockpit. How easy is it really? This is always confusing to me, man. It's baffling. How easy you couldn't. You can't sneak up it on the airplane, man. You're getting checked. So how are you gonna get a boatload of weapons on? Come on, man. Obviously they were guided on there, chaperoned on there. Anyway, so the September 11th attack ended the days of short security lines, right? And with the pandemic, that even got even worse. You got to go for all these checks and make sure you ain't got your temperature's right. You got the right ID. You got your V pass, right? As well as your passport, right? All these things, all these measures that were put in there were just slowing everything down, man. Okay, greater security checks, right? And a lot of people weren't valid or able to fly because they didn't have the right credentials, man. Your temperature was too high, or whatever, man. All right. It says checked in luggage going unscanned and families waving goodbye to loved ones by the gate. Okay. Background checks on all airport employees became mandatory. Passenger tickets and ID were now required to get anywhere near the plane. Right, soon it's gonna get upgraded again. Right, you're gonna need well in the Pan D you had to have the V pass to go anywhere. Right, well, you had to have biometrics and things like that. Right, eye scanners and whatever. You had to have the new upgraded passports. Right, well, again, that's gonna get upgraded, and you're gonna have a C-hip embedded in your skin to verify who you are, to verify your status, right, to enable you to go anywhere, and if it's deemed that you're not to go anywhere, guess what, you won't be accepted because it's digital. They just update your status just like that, for any infringement, that they deem fit. You might you might you might have a parking fine you ain't paid. No, you gonna pay that parking fine, man. You ain't flying nowhere. You've been blacklisted. It's like we keep mentioning it, bringing it up, right? The China social credit system, right? Like that, right? That's what they're gonna want to implement, right? But that's the next level, right? So as it goes on to say, passenger tickets and ID were now required to get anywhere near the plane. Outdated metal detectors were replaced with full body scanners. Cockpit doors were locked and reinforced. Air marshals became a thing, and as security checks on passengers were elevated to new levels. No longer could you take large amounts of liquid on an aircraft or pass through airport screening areas without removing shoes, belts, laptops, cameras, iPads, etc. Spot checks, including pat-downs and luggage inspections, became commonplace. The world of airline travel has become a safer but much longer and more intrusive affair, apart from the planes that are going down, are going missing. Fear and prejudice took hold, right? And that's another thing, in these times that we're leading into, because this has grown. The frustrations of the people have grown within their countries, within their nations, because of the economic decline, because of the immigration. I mentioned that the other day. You got political movements out there, paying for electronic billboards to be putting their messages out there. People are frustrated. People losing their jobs. Right, people are poorly paid. Right, and everyone points fingers at each other in times like that. The people are being divided. Right, so race riots, race wars, that's gonna become a thing when shit really gets bad. Okay, when there's lack of food. Okay, right, people are gonna turn on each other. This is in the wake of 9/11, revenge attacks on the Muzzies were seen across America and beyond, right? So there was a spike in racial profiling and discrimination across the globe. Right, that's to do with these, these Arabs and stuff, man. But like I said, in general, that's just happening amongst people that, because immigration is real, right? You go over France and stuff like that. People, the French people are sick and tired, man. They're sick of them, just laying around and doing nothing. A lot of them, right? So yeah, the tensions are high between people even now because Esau wants the people divided. So he's creating tensions, and the same thing with 9/11, it created tensions, right? Data collection and surveillance changed. So before the planes hit the World Trade Center, the balance between personal privacy and national security was more even. As soon as the day was over, the very same day, right, law enforcement and intelligence communities were being blamed for not having prevented the attacks. America went into overdrive to ensure 9/11 never happened again. And in the process, the lines between privacy and the good of the country became remarkably blurred, right? So like I said, it was an excuse to get at the people, man. Give up your freedoms. It was a smash and grab, literally, you know. And these things have continued to increase as time has gone on, right? Because Esau is looking to take all freedom away from you, and to control your movements, to control your freedom. You're in a 15-minute city. He only wanted you using a certain amount of food and electric and whatever, man. He want to control all of that, right? So as the saying goes, when America sneezes, the world catches a cold. So data collection became the new normal as governments across the globe began harvesting personal information from billions of people in the internet. So in the interest of national security, the invasion of privacy protection rights and the introduction of mass surveillance programs are a direct result of the events of September 11. All right, so I just thought I'd bring out a couple of these things, man, because they're going to be increasingly important moving forward. Because with each event that takes place, that Esau brings to pass, the Most High only brings to pass, it's going to affect these things, man. Okay, until he's got the people in a situation where, they have no choice but to accept the MOTB. All right, but again, it's not something that we're concerned about, as we just read it in Psalms 37:7. Okay, and like Matthew told us, man, these things must come to pass. So, you know. But here's Ephesians chapter 5, verse 15. It says, "See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise." Right? Redeeming the time because the days are evil. Okay, we're aware that we're living in evil times, and this is why we have to be alert and why we have to be circumspect. Because like I said, we could be just one moment away from, lockdowns again, and MOTBs being rolled out, you know, martial law and all these types of things. So, we have to remain alert at all times. All right. The rest of these people are not going to do that. And that's why they're going to get caught as a thief in the night. All right. And this Psalm 64 verse 2 said, "Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked." Okay, so yeah, there are secret organizations out there, ones that like to do their business in the shadows. It's true. Okay, no conspiracy, man. There's secret societies and whatever. Everyone should know that. But they want to convince you that it's you're just some crazy dude for believing in stuff like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know, these have been going on for like, there's always been secret societies in every civilization, man, in every era. So I don't know what these guys are, trying to make you sound crazy, but it says, "Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked." Okay, the wicked of Esau, right? From the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. Okay, they're workers of iniquity, plotting and scheming, bringing evil to pass. So who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly they do shoot at him and fear not. Okay, and we're deemed as the perfect. Okay, we're the sons of the Heavenly Father, right? It says, they encourage themselves in an evil matter, right? You know what Esau's agenda is, you know. Nick Rockefeller even, told Aaron Russo before his death, right? That their agenda, their end game, their end goal is to get everybody Hipped, right? So we know the path that Esau's on, scripturally, right? We know where Esau's going, what path he's on, but also the things that manifest themselves in the world. Okay, the things that are being revealed by the Heavenly Father, we see, his technology and what he's doing with it, how he aims to go about achieving his agenda, right? To bring him to this point in prophecy, or to the point of prophecy that we know that we read. We see that too. Okay, we'll link it up with the scriptures. All right. So they encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, "Who shall see them?" Right. So for most people, it would just go over their heads. They won't see or understand what it is that's happening. Okay, but these men are out here getting together and plotting and scheming, like I said, with these corporations and with these world organizations, and the politicians and the military, all of that, because they got their men in all these different places, using these different different guys, the Masons and all that kind of stuff, because they got guys in every industry, right? They're gonna do their bidding, all right? That's why they get together, and have the G20s and have their Bilderberg meetings and all this type of stuff there. They're discussing what they're gonna do next, man. But you're not allowed in there to see or hear. They'll give you a little press conference if you're lucky, right? And give you some bullshit, some fluff, and that's what anyone has to go by. And that's why if you say anything contrary to that, it's a conspiracy theory, or or whatever, man. But they're not gonna tell you. Why would they tell you what they're really discussing? Don't make no sense. But you can see what they're doing. But you're just telling yourself, "Oh, no, it's nothing. Nothing sinister, sinistre. Right? Ain't nothing left-handed." No, it 100% is. This is verse 6. They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them, and the heart is deep. Right? Like I said, they're always looking into things, and into wickedness, man. What to do next? How to make this more effective? And that's why all these things that happen, a lot of them are like test runs, trial runs, like the last Pandy. They learned a lot of stuff from the last Pandy, right? So the next one that, they always keep talking about, or the next one, we're going to see what they're going to do with that, right? What new techniques they're going to implement, what things they're going to bring to pass out of that, because they see how you people behave, man, and how you react, and how they can manipulate you even more, They're the ones controlling the emotions of the people, man. To get you to do what they want you to do. It's manipulation. That's what they're doing. They know how the majority of people are going to act in this next one. But at the same time, they're going to make it seem like, oh, we have no control over what's going on. No. They know exactly what they're doing and how people are going to respond. Right? There's going to be some that are going to be, oh my God, we gotta do this. We gotta do what the government says, because we're all gonna die, right? And you're gonna have those that are gonna resist and be like, no, but they were lying and before and this and that, and but they set up both sides of the paradigms, man. They controlling all sides. That's what you don't understand, and that's why we don't feed into any of it. We just stick with the scriptures because we know what's going on. We're not being fooled by these things. The scripture says if it were possible, they would deceive the very elect. Well, it's not possible, man. Okay, we see through the bullshit. Okay, we know what Esau's doing. He can't manipulate. He can't manipulate us when we see what he's doing. All right. Anyway, he says, but God shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. Right. So, like I mentioned, that they're not really in control of what's going on, even though they think they are. Right? It's only the Most High that's making Esau move the way he's moving, to do the things that he's doing. Right? And Esau doesn't understand his end. He doesn't understand the end of it. He thinks he does. He thinks the end is to benefit him, but it's not. In the end, the Most High is going to destroy him, with the exact snares and wickedness that he was putting on everybody else. So shall they make their own tongue to fall upon themselves, all that see them shall flee away. All right. It's Revelation chapter 12, verse 12, right? It says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth he have but a short time, right? So Esau's running out of time. So with each event, more and more things are getting passed, more and more things are being implemented, right? And he's speeding up. He would, before the last Pandi was even quote unquote gone or whatever, man, he was already talking about the next one. And lo and behold, they're talking about it again. What could be this winter? He ain't trying to miss a beat, man. He's trying to find every opportunity to do something, right? To get his infrastructure in place, to get everything set and ready, man, so he can implement the MOTB, right? And as that day gets closer, you're gonna see he's gonna be a more agitated guy, right? He's gonna be more devilish, more violent and aggressive than he's ever been before. Right? He say he come down with great wrath, right? He gonna strong hand people, man. He gonna force people into submission to accept the MOTB. So he gonna make people's lives hell on earth, man. Right? People already complaining with the lockdowns and everything that happened, everything that occurred before. The food supplies and the queuing up and the masks and 6 meters. No, was it 2 meters, 6 foot, right? 6 people, and all the sixes, right? Like, people were already tired and having enough of that, and it was the same across the world, man. People in China were getting locked in their buildings, man. The man are crying and screaming out, and man are sending drones out there telling to basically be quiet. Do what's good for the country, for your auntie, for your grandma. Stay inside. Resist your urge for freedom. All this stuff, like, some people are already tired with this, man. But he's still gonna strong hand people, man. More so, because the next one might be some real killer. you know. Um, so yeah, you have but a short time, man. So you're gonna come with that wrath, okay? It's Revelation chapter 13 and verse 16, and he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, right? So he gonna use all these situations to break the minds of the people, man, to submit, cause them to submit, to fatigue the people, because like I said, people, under these circumstances are gonna be highly stressed, right? And they're gonna want to be not stressed, right? They're gonna want to break the cycle of stress, right? So it's like a war of attrition that Esau is bringing upon the people, man. Right? He's waiting for you to break mentally, to give up. Right? Same with 9/11. People just gave up their information, man, because they thought, oh, we need to stop these terrorists, man. So we got to do what's best, and people just give up their data and all that kind of stuff. Now they're getting surveilled, man. People getting watched on 24/7, online, offline. You know. So it's like I say, it's just a continuation of these things and more progressive version of these things. Okay, that are gonna bring the people down to the knees. Okay, so you throw in the mix the fact that there's lack of food and things like that, violence in the streets. People are gonna be fatigued, man, and they're gonna want to seek safety. And Esau gonna have an answer to you, man, which is this the C hit, okay, the MOTB. So I'm gonna read that again. And he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Right? So he, like I said, he's gonna strong arm you, man. He's gonna tell you, look, man, you're gonna need this, otherwise, don't forget about flying. You ain't gonna be able to buy no food. How about that? you know. And so, you know, you people are going to be really in a pinch then, you know. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 9 verse 12. It says, for man also knoweth not his time, as the fishes that are taken in an evil net. Right? The people out here are not aware that, you know, they're about to get caught. They don't know when their time's coming. Right? When you get caught and cooked and eaten. Right? The fishes have no idea. So it's the same with with people on the earth. They don't understand the time they're in, man, or what's about to happen to them. They're oblivious. Fish are completely oblivious, man. Right? It says, and as the birds that are caught in the snare, so are the sons of men snared in an evil time. Okay, and Esau, only the Heavenly Father, but Esau is the one ensnaring these people in an evil time. He's creating this evil time in front of us, man. Okay, at the behest of the Heavenly Father, man. Right? That's what he's doing right now. And like I said, he's plotting and scheming for the next event. And like I said, it could be any of these events, man. It could be the next one that brings us to, MLTB territories. Okay, the final prophecies, man. That's what we're hoping for, at least. You know? So we got to stay alert. So yeah, so are the sons of men snared in an evil time, when it falleth suddenly upon them. Right? And it's going to fall suddenly. Right? I'm going to close out with this. Is Daniel chapter 12, verse 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was. Right? So Esau is trying to bring this time of trouble to pass, man. Right? So he thinking of bigger events, bigger things to do, to create more chaos in the earth, man. Okay, that's why everything in this earth is really ultimately fucking up. Okay, it's all failing. This world, this kingdom is failing. And like I said, really ultimately it's the Heavenly Father at work out here, man. Okay, but Esau is playing his part in it, man, because he's not trying to, he's not trying to stop it, right? He ain't trying to stop it. Okay, he's encouraging the downfall of his own kingdom, thinking that he's gonna remodel it afterwards and gain greater power and control over the people of the earth, man, and the resources and that. Okay, that's what he's thinking. Okay, but the Most High is really just doing it to destroy him. All right. So yeah, it says, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time, thy people shall be delivered. Right. So from this evil time, it's the children of Israel, beginning with the elect, that are going to be delivered. Right. The elect are going to be delivered. Right. Nobody else. Okay. So everyone that should be found written in the book. Okay. Again, it's the elect of Israel. Okay, that are going to be delivered from these evil times. From all these things that Esau is devising against us. Okay, we're going to be delivered, man, because ultimately the Most High is in control, and the Most High is going to protect his elect. Okay, so we're not concerned of where the world's going. Because that's it's all to our benefit. The fact this world is crumbling and falling apart around us is to our benefit. Because we're going to be given the world that comes after. Okay, through our Lord Yahweh Shai. All right. So, with that, I'm going to say shalom. Lord, when this was edifying. And I'll catch you brothers and sisters on the next video, man. So till next time, I say shalom.